Okay. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys, and today we have a special program for you guys. The top 5 shows to watch if you're a teenager. And let's just jump into it. Alright, number 5, Drake and Josh. Alas, it is a tale of 2 stepbrothers trying to live through their high school and teenage life in their kind of mixed and blended family. Drake and Josh both come from separate parents, but this timeless classic truly portrays what it's like to have siblings in high school. Not only that, it helps portray the sibling lifestyle as well as become acquainted with mixed and blended families in a respectful yet comedic light. From Drake to Josh to Megan, there's so many humorous moments that are sure to leave you, well, just elated. You just got there. Alright guys, number 4, Codename Kids Next Door. Oh my gosh, this show made my childhood. There's no shortage of colorful characters or rapid plot development in this series, and it truly shows the divide between childhood, becoming a teenager, and then becoming an adult. And this thought process expresses what the show is about. In the end, the show is entirely about growing up, not wanting to, but having to. It can be heartwarming, crude, funny, and sad, and in many episodes all at the same time. With the underlying moral being, we may not want to grow up, but we have to. Sadly, this show has been pulled from most streaming services and public TV. But I do believe there's one place you can find it, and Crunchyroll, probably. But yeah.
Go.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry. Just finished writing the script.
Go.
Alright guys, number 3, On My Block. Okay, now this one's more of a modern approach to the teenage lifestyle, exemplifying the good and the bad that comes with being a teenager. In this more modern day and social media and hard to be unnoticed life. They're everything from gangs to gun violence to kidnappings to buried treasure. It feels oftentimes that it is a modern soap opera mixed with the Goonies, which me, being one of those non-80s, 80s boys, it's perfect to me. Yet, it exemplifies teenage life with the characters as well, all of which we can relate to in at least one way or the other. This show is definitely not for the faint of heart, however, and not for little kids. I definitely recommend watching this closer to the age of 15 or 16, as it definitely goes very in-depth on how gang life affects teenagers, as well as many teenagers wanting to break away from their past and their lifestyle, which is a great message, but I feel to many of the younger members of the audience, they may not take it as seriously or to heart. So if you're 13 and you're watching this list, maybe take a little bit of time to grow up, mature a bit, read a book or two, but hey, it's up to me to decide how mature you are. You may yield the Netflix remote. It's not up to me, man. Number 2, Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Now this one goes back to the classics, and it's a timeless classic that portrays the pitfalls of going into high school as a freshman and trying to prepare yourself as much as possible. This show perfectly portrays the moods of high school life. All of the new firsts, such as first loves, first dates, first kisses, but also all of the bads, such as how to fend off bullies and staying true to yourself and, well, surviving high school. If there's any one show I'd recommend to anyone before they go into high school, it would be this show. Sometimes the shows can help you learn a thing or two, and this show definitely helps you learn a thing or two about the territory that is high school. This classic, I believe, can be found on Hulu, but I'm not entirely sure. However, there are a couple other bargain brand streaming services that will allow you to watch this timeless classic. Hashtag Crunchyroll gang. Number 5, Scrubs. Okay, you may be thinking to yourself, how is this show a teenage show? Well, I finished all 8 seasons my freshman year, and besides the show being very humorous, funny, and outright delightful, it also exemplifies the true human morals of both school and the future workplace. The show is all about this med students moving up in life to become doctors, and it mainly focuses on the med student JD, who throughout the running of the show makes so many mistakes, it makes him feel like a modern day Michael Scott, before Michael Scott. He exemplifies what it's like to be human, because throughout life, nothing is going to magically appear and be ready for us. We oftentimes, well, more than not, we have to earn it, and oftentimes we're going to fail. But failure doesn't mean we have to give up or start over. It just means we have to keep ourselves motivated to continue moving forward, and that is exactly what JD does. He pushes onward in his own way. This show has been long removed from Netflix, but I would definitely recommend it for people going into high school or even college. The cast is great, the humor can be crude at times, but okay, hold on, I'll cut it. The cast is great. The humor can be crude at times, but for the most part, it follows an impartial path that makes it vastly superior to Grey's Anatomy. And the overall moral of the show is to live life to the fullest. Just because you make a mistake doesn't mean it's over. It just means you need to find another way to reach your goal. Now, before I leave, let me leave you with a list of honorable mentions. Supernatural, Friends, How I Met Your Mother, That 70s Show, The Big Bang Theory, Parks and Rec, The Office US, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Wizards of Waverly Place, and to just shorten this list, lastly, I'm going to say The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Again, this is just my opinion. If we missed anything you believe should be on this list, make sure to leave it down in the comments down below. And don't forget to drop a like and smash that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow.